WGO, WGO, WGO. What's going on? How y'all living, man? It's your boy Bishop, aka you know what they call me, the GOAD in the building. How y'all living, man? It's Sunday, October the 12th. Of course, it's week 6, and we've got this week 6 starting off with, well, it started off Thursday, unfortunately. And I know CC finna give me this nonsense. Y'all just don't pay attention to CC today. And he on one. He on one today. But anyway, the week started on Thursday, unfortunately. And then it's kicking it off this morning with the Jets and the Broncos out there in London once again. It just hit halftime. So the score is 10-3. Broncos up right now. But hey, Trey, CC, holla at your boy. What's good with y'all this morning?
Go ahead, CC.
No, don't let CC go first. Don't let CC go first. Don't let.
Man, Eagles. I gotta put it out there. What happened to the Eagles Thursday night? We were just having a debate about should they be ranked number 1, and then you see what they go out there and do. Jackson Dart. They made Jackson Dart look like a hero, and he didn't even play that great. Let's just keep it real. What's his name? Scatterbo. Scatterbo was tough. I gotta give Scatterbo his love. He was tough. That defense, but the Eagles. I got one question about the Eagles. Is this the beginning of a crumble right here of the fit in the crowd? Because they don't seem to be on the stage at all.
I'm gonna be honest with you, CC. I'm gonna be completely 100 honest, man. When it's all said and done, I've been saying this, and y'all can attest to this. I've said this for years, ever since punk ass around ain't been in Philadelphia. It's the coaching. It's the damn coaching. Our offensive coordinator, we had this, like you were just saying, it's crazy because CC was just saying right before we got on air about the Jets defense and how they're not the defense in which they were last season. But yet they still got the same defensive personnel. We have the same offensive personnel, yet we can't seem to get any damn points running or passing the ball. So that has to be a tall tale of offensive coordinator. Offensive coordinator. It's clear.
Saquon Barkley. Hey, no excuses, man. Y'all coaches don't like y'all. 4 pushes to get 1 yard. 4 pushes to get 1 yard. What are we doing? That's the only play y'all got in the playbook is a tush push.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They went and got this. They went and got this Pop Warner. No pun intended to me and Trey. But they went and got this Pop Warner coach to be a damn offensive coordinator. Pop Warner coach, because he calling Pop Warner plays, bro. Like I said before last week, Dan Orlovsky, Danny-O, was sitting here told everybody before we played the Giants on Thursday. He told everyone Wednesday and Thursday morning what to expect and what the Eagles gonna run just by the way the offensive line or the offense is set up before the play. And sure as sugar shit, the offensive line, everything Dan Orlovsky said happened. Every single thing. And if Dan can pick that out, and he's a former quarterback, then damn it, all defensive coordinators can pick that out without question.
Saquon don't look like he engaged in the offense at all this year, man. Like I seen him going out for passes and just stop on his routes. Like I seen him block the man in the backfield, and he stop on his route. It's like he don't even run to go get the ball. It's like when Taylor Hurts scramble, Saquon Barkley just stand there. It's like, what are you doing, man?
Bro. It's crazy.
I think Saquon is at the point. I don't like these dudes. I think AJ Brown is at the point. I don't like these dudes. I think you got that going on. I think Saquon said, "We're winning without me." Then I think they said, "We can win without you, Saquon." And we're winning without me. Then without me.
And that's the thing, right? I feel like that whole coaching staff needs to be revamped, including Nick Sirianni. Yeah, and including Nick, because I blame Nick for allowing them to bring in somebody who has no experience at being an offensive coordinator. Like, how you allow that? That friendship junk, man, that goes out the door, bro. That's cool for Pop Warner. That's cool for, whatever, however. But you can't do that in professional sports. I know, man, but I'm your homeboy, man. Look out, bro. Look out for
when you add the human aspect into it, I'm very sure Nick Sirianni looked at he felt that this individual compared to everyone that was out there was up for the task. So of course, at the point in which you go and you bring them in and they're performing the task and you realize maybe they wasn't as prepared as you thought, you give them grace and allow them to try to fix the situation. We got to take in consideration that the Eagles started out 3-0, so something was working. Then they dropped 2 games in a row, although they probably should have dropped their third game.
Hold on. It was 4-0. It was 4-0, but however, 4-0, however, comma.
But that fourth game, they should have lost.
No, not even that. The fact of the matter, it wasn't that we all 4 games were barely wins, and the offense still looked horrible. And 4 of those games, the defense won the game for us.
Right.
In 4 of those games, the defense won the game for us. It wasn't offense. Yeah, we put up points, but they didn't really do so much that they won the game. No, the defense did everything for us. The defense gave us that dub. Everybody's been saying since week 1 that offense don't look right. Week 2,
so let me rattle off these stats right. Let me rattle off these stats right quick, and then I got a question for y'all. Jalen Hurts was 24 for 33, 283 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times for 17 yards. He also rushed 7 carries for 13 yards and a touchdown. Saquon Barkley's 12 carries for 58 yards. And then A.J. Dillon had 1 carry for 2 yards, and let's not forget he had a costly fumble. Dallas Goedert led the Eagles in receiving with 9 receptions on the 11 targets for 110 yards, 1 touchdown. A.J. Brown with 6 receptions on 9 targets for 80 yards. Devontae Smith was 4 receptions for 49 yards on 5 targets. A.J. Dillon did get 2 receptions, 18 yards on 2 targets. Jawan Dotson was 2 targets, 1 reception for 17 yards. And Saquon Barkley, not used much in the passing game, 3 receptions, 3 targets, 2 receptions, 9 yards. That's kind of glaring because they're not throwing to their backs at all. Like the backs do not get any love. When you look on the flip side of it, they played against somebody, the New York Giants. Jackson Dart was 17 for 25, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 sacks for a loss of 1 yard. Russell Wilson 0 for 1, and a bunch of boos when he got in. Cam Scatterboo, 19 carries for 98 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 13 carries for 58 yards, 1 touchdown. Devin Singletary, 3 carries for 10 yards. Tyrone Tracy was 4 carries for 6 yards. CC, you asked for him. He popped up. Wendell Robinson, 6 receptions on 7 targets, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Little Jordan Humphrey, 4 receptions for 55 yards on 8 targets. Theo Johnson, 2 for 27 on 4. Jalen Hyatt was 3 receptions for 17 yards on 5 targets. And lastly, Cam Scatterboo, 2 receptions, 12 yards on 2 targets. Now, when you say that, was it the fact of the New York Giants was just better in this game?
Yeah, they were better.
See them coming?
They were better. The thing that they were better at, they had better play callers, they had better energy, and they had better understanding of the situational moments. Like I said, folk tush pushes, man. Like you got to do something different. Like the question was asked on this show. Somebody asked in the comments a couple of weeks ago, "Can the Eagles win without the tush push?" I'm starting to think they can't. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think they can't.
Good morning.
I'm starting to think they can't win without the tush.
Don't do that, CC. That's what you not finna do is act like that. Because the last couple of games that we did win, we won without the tush push. Thank you, sir. We did win without the tush push prior to Denver and all of that. But I mean, again,
so what was prevalent is the tush push has been the most guaranteed play that Philadelphia has in their arsenal. However, I don't know why it took 4 of them to get a yard. Do you think they're starting to figure it out? And not to mention, they pointed out it's a false start on every play.
Yeah, I saw the false start, but
it's not. They can sit there and say that all they want to. That's you're splitting split seconds. Like seriously, like it ain't an obvious false start. But either way, yeah, can it be said that the tush push is being figured out? Yeah, some teams may have found a way to stop the tush push. But then that brings back to my initial statement. That means what? Do something different.
You got to find another way. Yeah.
You got to do something different. Now, I want to say 2 games ago, before they lost, or it might have been against Denver, they lined up that in the tush push, but they flicked it to Saquon Barkley so he could go around the end. You got to change it up. This ain't Madden. You can't keep running the same damn play over and over and over and think the shit going to continue to happen. You got to change the game up, bro. You got to change the play up. Give them different looks. Or give them the same look, but have a different outcome, should I say. Give them the same look, but have a different outcome. I will say this. Jalen Hurts missed A.J. Brown dead center middle of the field, wide open when he threw that pick.
He missed Devontae Smith too, going down.
He missed Devontae. He overthrew Devontae Smith deep. That's 2 weeks in a row he done did that. First he did it to A.J. Brown, but I kind of blame A.J. Brown because he stopped running on his. I didn't see if Devontae Smith stopped running on the route he was running, but A.J. Brown clearly was not running full speed initially when Jalen threw that ball. So, but he had still, regardless, he still overthrew 2 people, and then he missed A.J. Brown completely wide open in the middle of the field for a touchdown. Completely. So don't get me wrong, Jalen has his part in why we're losing some of these games. But again, when it's all said and done, I think those situation in which Jalen isn't pulling the trigger and missing these things is because of bad play calling. Because at some point, excuse me, as a quarterback, you got to try and find ways to get give your team a spark. And he was trying to, I forget who he was throwing that ball. I don't know if it was Saquon Barkley or who he was throwing that ball to when he threw that last pick for that pick 6. I forget who it was. But either way, those are things in which we got to address, that things that need to be fixed. Now, to the thing in which you said, Trey, in regards to Nick Sirianni allowing this old boy to be the QB, to be the offensive coordinator. What? And y'all help me out, CC, Trey. What have you seen in this gentleman that make you think he could call plays, offensive plays for the Philadelphia Eagles if he's never called it in NFL nowhere else? What did you see? Please tell me, as a coach, you ain't looking at him calling plays in practice and thinking that's what it is. What gave you the inkling that this dude was credible to be able to call offensive plays in the NFL and hasn't done it before?
The coach who can't call him and doesn't want to call him. Sirianni don't want to call him evidently. He don't want to be involved
because he ain't good at it either. Because he ain't good at it either. Remember, y'all got to remember, last year, Sirianni surrendered offensive play calling because he wasn't calling good plays. That's how old boy ended up being the play caller. Remember that. Sirianni is not a good play caller himself. That's why he ended up losing the play calling duties anyway. So what makes him think that this dude?
This is the problem that I have with the Eagles, is that we starting to see that they don't have no belief. Not Sirianni. I don't know if it's Sirianni or just the whole organization, but they don't really have a belief in Jalen Hurts' ability. Jalen Hurts finally threw for over 200 yards, bro. This dude, he's the only starting quarterback that in his last 20-something games, he hasn't thrown over 200 yards but 4 times. Who does that? I saw that stat, man, on ESPN the other day, and I was like, that's ridiculous. The dude don't even throw for over 200 yards.
That's going down the field twice. That's going down the field twice in 4 quarters.
They don't believe in Jalen Hurts' arm or something?
I said that though, CC. I said that, CC. I'm not to cut you off, Trey, but I've been saying that about him. I feel like they trying to ensure that Jalen don't throw the ball deep. They don't believe in his deep ball. They don't believe.
But take into consideration, he, just like you said, he missed some key passes. But could it be that it's from the point of he's not home in his craft in games? Or is it that they look at it like the game plan is you don't need him to pass for 200 yards because he has so many weapons or different things everything is dictated upon.
But you can't really say that, Trey, because if you look at
it, one of the
biggest passes he threw in the Super Bowl was to who? And for how far?
Right.
Devontae Smith over 50 yards on a dime.
You mean to tell me if they had Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow in that same offense, you mean to tell me they're not throwing this ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? You mean to tell me they're not throwing the ball to Goddard at all? You mean to tell me that if you had Patrick Mahomes, you playing this offense?
Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow don't possess the same skill set that Jalen Hurts does.
What skill set is that?
He has the ability to run.
Patrick Mahomes does have that ability to run.
As a matter of fact, but he's not going to run. He's not going to be as effective as Jalen Hurts running.
Why isn't he? Patrick Mahomes hurts people just about as much as Jalen Hurts. Only thing about Jalen Hurts got over Patrick Mahomes is he can squat more. But when you see Patrick Mahomes,
if you have a design run, Patrick Mahomes gets the majority. Patrick Mahomes, outside of the 19-yard touchdown that he got on what was that, Monday night? Patrick Mahomes usually gets to put his predominantly his yards off his runs because they're broken plays, and now he's taking advantage of people turning around chasing everybody.
So I get that. So you're talking about in regards to design plays for
he's a design. His skill set is a design run, which they use more than which Philadelphia's offense tends to use more.
But that's
than
our
they
problem,
do.
though, Trey. That's our whole problem. Our offensive coordinator tries to use Jalen Hurts as a running back. Stop. We got one. We got one of the best running backs in the league. Why are you losing? Why are you using him as a running back? Stop that. Stop doing that, bro.
Me, if Patrick Mahomes had those same receivers, he not throwing it to him. Is all I'm saying. They not throwing the ball. If Joe Burrow got two good receivers, what he do when he in the game? He throw them the ball. He put the football in their head and let them make plays, man.
And I agree, but like I said, Jalen Hurts has a different skill set that they can utilize. It's like Bishop just said. Bishop just said, Patrick Mahomes can run. But that's not the skill set.
But they're not dialing up. But Andy Reid is not dialing up Patrick Mahomes design.
Yeah, he's not dialing up Patrick Mahomes taking a 3-step drop and taking off if there's nothing there. If their backs are turned, he's not dialing that up. However, Jalen Hurts is getting it, and he does it effortlessly, and then that starts to make the defenses start to think, and that freezes them up to where now they're not playing certain things. So you have that, and I think that's the difference. And now the guy who's calling the plays now may not be as proficient as y'all's last OCs or your last two OCs in doing it. However, it's something. So he's going, I mean, like I always say, there's a blueprint in front of you. You utilize the blueprint to the best of your ability. And
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator last year, correct?
Correct. Yes.
And Jalen Hurts still didn't average 200 yards passing last year with a guy that loves to pass the football. When he had Dak was number one in the league throwing the football. Justin Herbert was number 2 and number 3 throwing the football. He gets to Philly, and they still not throwing the football. So what's wrong with Jalen Hurts is the question. What is wrong with Jalen Hurts that Philly sees that we don't see is my question. That you had Kellen Moore that slings the football, and he's slinging the football. He's throwing it with Rattler right now, but Rattler just can't complete the passes. I mean, he's throwing the ball more with Rattler than he was doing with Jalen Hurts is what I'm saying. Jalen Hurts, 25 passes or less in most of his games.
Right.
25 passes or less than most of his games.
And that's the other problem. 25 passes or less.
Jalen Hurts is a gunslinger.
No, I wouldn't say he's not a gunslinger. They don't allow him to be a gunslinger because, like CC saying,
because he's not a gunslinger. That's what I'm saying. Like he was about to say, he's not a gunslinger. They don't allow him to be because they don't see it in him. He's not a gunslinger.
But how can you not see it in him if you haven't allowed it? You can't say he's not something if you haven't allowed it.
In practice.
You can't go everything don't correlate in practice. Everything don't correlate in practice. We've seen it. We've seen undefeated teams go undefeated during preseason, 4-0, blowing motherfuckers out in preseason. Come regular season, it's a total different game. But this is my thing. Like CC said, he ain't throwing that many passes Saquon damn sure ain't running the ball. He got 12 carries in four quarters. That's 3 yards, 3 carries in a quarter. So what is that telling you? That means obviously, as an offensive coordinator, you're not managing the game well. Because there's no way Jalen has only 20-something passes in 4 quarters. And you got 4 different playmaking players on your team. You got 1 in the backfield you could throw to, 3 from the line that you could throw to, and Goddard, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. Really? And you like CC said, you only got 200 yards in one damn game? Passing? Where they do that at? Bro? That's unheard of. Last year, we had them same 2 receivers. Both receivers had over 1,000 yards receiving. Both. So you can't say he can't sling it because they both had over 1,000 yards passing last year. Both receivers had over 1,000 yards receiving. I'm sorry, over 1,000 yards receiving. Both of them, and plus a 2,000-yard rushing running back. Do the math. It's something. It's offensive coordinator. It's plain to see, y'all. How y'all not see that? A 2,000-yard rusher and 2 fucking wide receivers over 1,000 yards receiving. Make it make sense, CC. Make it make sense.
They're struggling right now. But how about the Giants, though? Look at the flip side. I think Jackson Dart. See, y'all should have been listening to me. I told y'all he should have started over Russell Wilson from the beginning.
You did say that.
They probably wouldn't be as sorry as they are right now, people. The problem that I have with this guy just saved Brian Daboll's job. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and Brian, how about Brian Daboll did not want to put Russell Wilson in that game? He did not want to put, like, when Jackson Dart went to that tent, he was panicking on the sideline. I never seen a coach panic like that on the side. I never seen a coach go to the tent like that.
That's why they under investigation now.
What investigation for what?
That's why they under investigation now, saying that because he's saying that they violated the concussion protocol by putting Jackson Dart back out there when he shouldn't have been.
What did he take a hard hit? I didn't see the game, guys, so I don't know. I was at a work event.
That's why he was in the tent.
Oh, that he was in the tent.
His head bounced off the guy's knee, though, right? Like his head didn't hit the ground and hit the dude's knee or something, right? Like it hit his knee or whatever.
Oh yeah. See, I didn't see it.
I didn't see
none of it.
He hit somebody.
Oh, okay.
But they was panicking, man. I was like, hold up. Daboll was like, he was so happy when Jackson came out that tent. Feeling all right, though. He was like, boss, I never seen a coach do that, man. I seen coaches celebrate with their players, but I never seen one just walk over and hug a guy like, oh, man, I'm glad you. Russell Wilson with the booze is unbelievable, man. Like, Trey, did you see that pass Russell Wilson threw? He threw one pass in the game, and was it really a pass, though?
And it was, I don't know what that was.
He wasn't even interested in going in the game. It was like the coach.
That's exactly what it looked like. Like he had no interest in doing anything except for sitting and holding the clipboard and going from there. He definitely it was rough looking at that, knowing we've watched Russell Wilson and what he was, and to see this is where he's at now. Like they said, they might as well go ahead and trade him to one of the other teams that need a quarterback to try to right their shit, because how they're playing Russell Wilson right now is horrific.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I mean, who's the backup to Russell?
They got Jameis Winston on that team somewhere? Jameis Winston on that team, right?
Is it Jameis? Oh, it is Jameis. That's right. It's Jameis. That's right. Okay. Yeah,
man, that's horrible. That's
I think
horrible to see Russell Wilson going out like that.
I think they would have been more. Open to seeing Russell at the. Jameis come in as opposed to Russell. Anything else. Yeah.
Russell's been a pretty. Jameis been a pretty decent backup coming in for people and during his career.
Poor Russell, man. You got to say Russell after this year, man.
You can't say poor Russell because his wife is Sierra. So you can't say poor Russell.
It's time to go spend time with that wife.
Yeah, that's what he need to do. Yeah, that's what he need. You know why he's still, but you know why he's still playing? Because he got all them kids with Sierra. They can't stop having kids. That's why Russell's still out there trying to make them checks. Russ better carry his ass somewhere in the booth and quit playing with folks because he got to keep making all them damn kids. I'm telling you.
So do you? Of course, what we know is that the Cleveland Browns did do a trade in which they traded and ended up picking up Flacco to cover the loss of
going to Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow for this time.
What do y'all think about going to Cincinnati, going across the street to Cincinnati? How do you go across the street? You go across the street? You go across the street? That's disrespectful. You go across the street? Really? That's what you do?
It's business. So, but do you think that Joe Flacco was the best option, or do you think Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston would have been a good fit in there? Or what do y'all think?
I think they went Flacco.
I think,
Flacco.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, well, Flacco because of his tenure, as long as he's been in the league, his maturity, his leadership. That's why you kind of go. Not saying that Russell couldn't do it. Not saying Jameis couldn't do it. But Flacco and Russell has a Super Bowl championship too. Their pedigree is pretty much almost the same, Flacco and Russell, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
So let's do this. Let's do things a little different, right? As we go ahead.
No, all I was saying was that Flacco and Russell, I think, are pretty much somewhat the same. I feel like their resume is almost identical for the most part. I would give a slight edge to Flacco because he's been more successful since his Super Bowl run compared to Russell's. Even though Flacco's, I think, was more recent than Russell, right? Russell won his Super Bowl before Flacco, right? Or was
correct?
He won after Flacco.
He won after. Okay. So he won He won after Flacco. But I feel like Flacco has his. Like I said, I give him a slight edge to Flacco because he's been a bit more successful. Because what team did he went to? Some team and was balling out. I forget who it was once he left Baltimore. Cleveland. It was okay. I wanted to say it was Cleveland, but I was like,
he got a re-up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he took when Deshaun Watson went out, and he was like the third string quarterback, and he brought him.
That's
in,
right.
And they took him to the Super Bowl, to the playoffs.
Playoffs. That's right. That's right. And that's why I'll give him a slight edge. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, I mean, I know we talk about them two, but has old boy named Shador as the backup yet?
Yeah, he's at the backup. He's a number.
He is the number two. He has named him the number two.
Did he finally do it? Because the last time I heard about it,
last time I heard he hadn't. Yeah. Oh, did he? Okay.
I heard he had Bailey
as the
backup.
Okay.
I heard he had Bailey Zappi as the backup. Like, you know.
I was going over in which is for us to talk about this morning, but Shador is the backup. He got named as a backup. But before, Eric says.
See, what was the stall for?
What you say now?
Why did you stall on that? Why did you stall on that move? Like,
he said because he said he hadn't seen enough. So that goes back to Trey. What I was telling Trey when Trey talked about practice, he said he hadn't seen enough in practice from Shador to name him the number two. That's what he said.
You got to run in your practice squad. But you got to run in your practice squad. Like it don't make sense to me. Like. It's going to have to start to make sense, but if he didn't name him the number two the backup quarterback, then he should get rid of. He should have got rid of Shador. If you're not going to,
and that's my question for y'all: why give up Flacco and not Shador?
They probably didn't ask for Shador.
That's another thing too. My thing is Shador. He in a place where. Come on, quarterbacks don't thrive in Cleveland anyway, man. Cleveland on what? They number 20-something quarterback in how many years? I'm just saying.
The last quarterback that's thrived in Cleveland was Baker.
Yeah, Baker, but that didn't last long either. That was a short.
It did. You know? It was short term. It was short lived.
Do well.
It was short lived. It's short lived.
So
and
not to say,
and not even to say that, it makes you say just like CC was saying, it's got to be Cleveland. Because now look at what Baker's doing. You know what I'm saying? Now look at, it's got to be Cleveland itself.
We can't necessarily say that because it took Baker a while, right? So you got to think Baker went from Cleveland, then he went to Carolina, then he went to Los Angeles, and then now he's in Tampa Bay, and it took him roughly a season and a half.
What are you talking about? Baker came out in his second year. He was in the playoffs beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are we talking about for Cleveland? What are we talking about? He balled out his first couple of years in Cleveland.
Well, no, because he's saying most likely it was Cleveland. I'm saying you can't say it was Cleveland because he went other places in which he bounced from place to place. So it had some of the onus is on Baker, in which because you got to think, and not one of the places we're talking about, he was matched up with Sam Darnold.
Man, it was Cleveland. That place
they compete for
quarterback. Trey, they were showing this thing on the thing, man. I think it was Stephen A. that pointed it out, man. Of all people, Stephen A. pointed out how many quarterbacks have they had since 2000 or whatever, or 2005 or whatever. In 20 years, they've had almost 40 quarterbacks. I mean, they've had a lot of quarterbacks, 30-something quarterbacks.
They average 2 years, average 2 quarterbacks a year. But I mean, so when you look at it, you got to take into consideration some of that comes from it's not just off of gameplay. Some of it is injuries. Deshaun Watson has been injured for 3 of the 4 years in which he's been there. Like so, even though he's
garbage when he played, he's been garbage.
Well, again, so I look at it as this, right? Sometimes you start out and you have to build into where you're at. Deshaun hasn't had the opportunity to. He had the situation with his legal actions that basically pushed him out. He comes back with a couple of games to play. The next year he gets injured, and then the next year after that he gets injured. He hasn't had any playing opportunity to sit up and even get into that because he's been sidelined. So it's like this is his profession. Like he's not doing this on the side. So when you look at that, he's not doing it. So and then now I don't know if we go back further and we take in consideration. We just talked about Joe Flacco. They went through 3 quarterbacks that year. It wasn't because of gameplay; it was because of injuries. So when you look at it, they're going through quarterbacks. Truth be told, but it's due to a lot of times it's due to injury. Hell, they still got Deshaun Watson on their payroll. He's still a quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He's still a quarterback. He's their highest paid quarterback. He's still there.
The highest paid quarterback. I know he hurt. That's why they scrambled. But what I'm saying is, they don't develop quarterbacks well at all, man. Like they can't even get a free agent to come in.
So what I was about to say. So what I was about to say or ask the question is, when we look at the Shador, he's going to be there because he's a cheap option, right? But at some point, if I keep on saying Philadelphia, if Cleveland realizes he's not a developmental player, then that's when you're going to see he's going to be sent off or he's going to be released. And then we're going to see what his real value is.
But what development when they see? This is my problem. This is what I'm getting to. That organization sucks, and so does the coaches that they pick. The Stefanski got 2 coach of the year, but for what? Like seriously, they suck. This is why they suck, people. People got to understand. Yo, you go through all those quarterbacks. You mean to tell me you can't find one? Name one great wide receiver that played for Cleveland that still was a great wide receiver, free agent or not, when they got to Cleveland. Man, that's a place where your career goes to die, bro. If you're on the offensive side of the ball, your career goes to die. Amari Cooper was not good in Cleveland. He didn't make no Pro Bowls. He didn't make no. Stop it. He didn't do nothing in Cleveland. Like
Beckham and Landry.
Landry.
What did they do? I'm saying, come on, man. You got a Hall of Fame receiver from Cleveland? Name one. I'll wait. You got a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Not a Hall of Fame. Not a Hall of Famer.
You got a Hall of Fame running back from Cleveland? Do you have any of that coming out of Cleveland?
Jim Brown.
Come on, man, that's the 60s. I knew you was going to go to Jim Brown, but I'm talking about...
I'm just saying, that's the only one you got. That's it.
Before he got injured, Nick Chubb. Before he got injured, Chubb was on this point.
Nick Chubb was all right. I'm saying, they don't have... Cleveland ain't it, man. I feel bad for Miles Garrett even being there.
I agree with
Cleveland
that.
is not it, bro. Like, that's one of the worst organizations.
And just to piggyback off of CC, even like when the draft come up, people, as soon as Cleveland come up on the board, everybody like, who they finna pick. Whoever they pick, it's not gonna look good. Even when they picked Shedeur, everybody was like, "Oh, that's the wrong place for Shedeur to go." Everybody was like, "That his career is shot." I mean, I agree with CC. It's shot when you think about Cleveland picking up a quarterback. Anything else maybe so, but if Cleveland picking up a quarterback, it's not good. It's not good.
So I asked this will end this, I believe. So what y'all are telling me, think hard, think strong, think wisely. So what y'all are telling me is if Howie Roseman was the GM in Cleveland, Cleveland wouldn't be able to Cleveland couldn't turn it around?
No, they couldn't turn it around. Man, you got a coach of the year 2 times. They just giving this guy the award. Like, yo, he's had 2 good seasons. Other than that, he's had nothing but losing seasons. Look up Stefanski's record. He's lost so many games. Why is he still a coach?
That is a good question.
Still a coach?
That is
how
a
many
good question.
games he done lost?
That is a good question.
How many coaches survive having losing records? You know what I'm saying?
So that is a good question.
CC said it. Bishop, you don't believe Howie Roseman could turn around the Cleveland organization?
No.
Y'all bugging, bro.
I like Howie Roseman.
Y'all bugging, bro.
I like him. No, Trey.
Y'all bugging, man.
No one applies. No one applies to Coach Cleveland. That part, Eric. No one wants to go to Cleveland. Coaches included. Not players. Coaches included don't want to go.
For real.
That's bad, bro. That's totally like, hey, Trey, to be honest, coaches and players will go to the Jets before they go to Cleveland. Oh, shoot, bro. That's crazy. Forget it was a show. Random question. Is Glenn going to be a head coach in New York? God, it was going.
Man, I think I'm a benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a rough year for him, but give him a shot. I don't know. Like typically the black head coach.
Wait, hold up. See, that's what I'm talking about. You got it just like what Bishop was talking about with their offensive coordinator. You got to give him a shot. It's his first year.
But typically the black head coaches don't get the same opportunities that you look at Stefanski. Like I said, he got a losing record, bro.
But he's still in the But he's still the head coach. He's still the head coach. Yeah.
And they still
the organization, right? That's because of the organization. Bishop is calling for my man's head, and this is his first year as offensive coordinator.
But this is my thing, though. What we're talking about, we're talking about a guy who hasn't never called plays before.
It got to start somewhere.
Not there.
It got to start somewhere.
Go to Cleveland. Go to Cleveland and start there. Go to.
Hey, Shedeur. Hey, check this out. That's a good question. Was it smart for Shedeur to turn down Baltimore? Now you see it wasn't that smart because he would have at least been playing by now. Like in my opinion, he would have went to Baltimore with Lamar Jackson being injured. You would have got some shine there. So I don't think it was smart for him to turn down Baltimore. And like in hindsight, but at the time, yeah, it was smart because you weren't thinking he was going to get on the field.
Right, and that's anybody. I mean, as a excuse me. As a young whippersnapper, for me, if I was young,
he overplayed his hand. That's just what it was. He overplayed his hand or his skill set. He overplayed his skill set because you was matched up head to head. I'm talking about Shedeur. He overplayed his skill set.
Go ahead.
He was matched up head to head with Dylan Gabriel. He was the same person, Dylan Gabriel, who was also a Heisman finalist, in which Shedeur felt like he should have been there. No, you should not have. Hence the reason you wasn't. And then you get drafted and you're head to head with this guy on the same team competing for a starting position or the second string position. And it wasn't there. All you should do is continue to work on your craft and go from there to where you can make it to where you're tradable, to where someone looking like, hey, how's Shedeur looking? We're looking at at this point, no one's buying for Shedeur. So it doesn't. So he's basically, the hope is that he becomes something in which they can show and go ahead and move him.
Right, can I ask you a question? Let me ask you this. If I played in college 4 years and the other guy played 6 years, who should be better? Dylan Gabriel, 6 years, bro. No, 6 years in college.
He played 6 years.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel played 6 years. He should be a little bit further along in development, damn it. 6
Correct,
years.
but again, let's take in consideration. Dylan Gabriel was only in college 6 years because almost 1.5 of the years he was injured. He would have been in the league.
6 years is 6 years, bro.
Right, regardless of that. Yeah, regardless of that.
He was in college 6 years because one of those years he was injured. They both almost went through the same amount. Dylan Gabriel,
and plus he got that extra year because of the COVID time thing.
Because of the COVID, just like everybody. So it's a lot of stuff that goes into that. Dylan Gabriel, and take in consideration also when Dylan Gabriel, let's just be honest, Dylan Gabriel was a better quarterback than Shedeur. Because when Dylan Gabriel was at Central Florida, he was cooking, like he was legitimately putting in work, and he had a good team there. He got injured, and then he decided to come back. There was no room for him anymore, so he decided to move on. He moved on, got it picked up by Oklahoma. He sit up and did work there, and then seen the opening and went to upped his ante and went to Oregon.
Whoa! Hold on. First of all, what you won't do? He did not up his ante, and I'm just gonna go back to what you just said.
Oregon.
Hold on.
I'm not saying
he didn't up his ante. I heard who you said.
I'm talking about what I'm saying is up his ante as far as exposure. We gotta take into consideration Oregon, Oklahoma. There's definitely.
Are you saying Oregon get more exposure than Oklahoma? Are you
Oregon has resources?
You said
as long as we have Boomer Sooner on this show, I don't want to hear it. Number 6 scored 6 points yesterday. I don't want to hear it. And I get it. But this is my thing. You just spoke of this. See, this is where I get him at, CC. This is where I get him at. You just said Dylan Gabriel basically outplayed Shedeur Sanders, correct?
Yes.
So why do you think Dylan Gabriel left Oklahoma? Because the incoming quarterback, Jackson Arnold, was about to outplay Dylan Gabriel. That's why he left. That's why all quarterbacks leave. 9 times out of 10, that's why your boy in Chicago, that's why he left. When you get this incoming quarterback that's coming from another team who's a starter, who's putting up magnificent numbers, and now he's coming into your locker room, oh, yeah, let me go find out.
So Taylor was not about to get supplanted in Oklahoma in that first year.
What do you mean?
You said that's why your boy that played in Chicago left.
Right? Because Dylan, Caleb left Oklahoma to go to USC. Because, once again, another quarterback was coming into Oklahoma, which I don't know why Oklahoma does.
Now, that's why
I don't know why we do
that. That's why Jackson Dart left USC.
That's why
he knew that what's his name was bringing Caleb Williams. That's why Jackson Dart left, because he was bringing the quarterback with him. Because Jackson Dart was due to start. He was due to be the starter next year at USC. But when Lincoln Riley was dubbed as the next head coach, then there's like, okay, and then Caleb Williams decided to leave Oklahoma. The writing was on the wall, so Jackson Dart went with the coach that drafted him in Lane Kiffin. And that's how Jackson Dart ended up.
Ole Miss, yeah.
But Ole Miss.
So that's how he ended up.
And that's the thing, Anthony. Yes, that's why Jalen Hurts left Alabama, because he basically felt he got beat out by Tua, because everybody know what happened in the national championship games between him and Tua. First he got substituted by Tua. Tua won the game in the national championship. Then Tua the following year, they went to the national championship again. Tua got hurt. Jalen Hurts had to come in, but it was pretty much said that, without being said, that Tua was about to win the position over Jalen Hurts. That's why Jalen Hurts came to Oklahoma. So yes, to answer your question, yes.
This is a little off cabinet, and we get back on. But to tap in on what we're talking about here, and I see as Scott's talking about Carson Beck in Miami now, representing and doing good things there. when you look at it, this is the problem which is posed because of the transfer portal. Like no one wants to compete anymore. They always looking to be. Everyone wants to go and be better. Like when you look at it going back, like we just talked about, Jalen Hurts. No one wants to compete. Think about it. Jackson Dart, Bryce Young, they were all at USC. But none of them played at USC and then end up. So now this is what we have. And so it's like it takes away the aspect of, or like we just talked about, Dylan Gabriel. We can understand moving from UFC, but then you jump to 2 top-tier schools in 2 top-tier divisions in 2 years.
He was at 6 schools. Yeah, he was like at 6 schools.
Look at Dante Moore. He went to UCLA, didn't he? Didn't he leave Oregon? He was at Oregon before, then he went to UCLA. Now he's back in Oregon. You know what I'm saying? Now he's starting for Oregon again. Like
Jaden Daniels.
He wasn't going to start before.
Arizona. Yep. Jaron Daniels. Yep. What's his name? That's in old boy, and that's in Atlanta. The lefty. Phoenix. Michael Penix, he did the same thing. Like, and that's why I don't care for the transfer portal. I don't like it. I think it should be stipulations in it. Ain't no way in hell you should be at 6 different schools. Ain't no way in hell you should have that many on your resume. Ain't no way. Like, Dylan Gabriel got 6 schools under his belt. That's crazy. There's no way you should be able to do that, in my opinion. Once you leave, you get one chance to leave. After you leave, you done. There's no going nowhere else. You finish, you go wherever you go. Unless the coach leaves. Yeah, but other than that,
NIL money. I think the NIL money makes it different, right? Like I'm sure Dante switched to UCLA because I can get money here, right? Like I can do something different here. And then when the opportunity came back, because he knew he wasn't going to start in front of Dylan Gabriel. Like he knew that wasn't going to happen. So he went to UCLA, took his game down there, make his little money, be a starting quarterback. Now you're on a losing team. I mean, it comes with a sacrifice, right? You're on a losing team, but then you go back to the winning team, and now they talking about you winning a Heisman Trophy. They wasn't saying you was going to win a Heisman Trophy.
When he was at the other school, right? Like exactly, like that. Like you shouldn't even be up for a Heisman talk because you only as good as you are because of the team in which you went to. Because if you were that good, like CC said, you would have been a Heisman hopeful at the team you was previously at. Totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Now you Heisman Trophy.
So now you try a Heisman Trophy.
Like I said,
get out of here. You missed me with that.
As we get closer, God dang, come on, Garrett. So as we get closer, right? I mean, we were like an hour and 12 minutes. Like I said, let's do something a little different, right?
Oh, that's so
we'll utilize our power ranking 5, or our average is the average, which it kind of changed because there was this obviously seemingly some technical difficulty in it. So look at our power ranking based off of 2 of the 3 of us. Our 5th place team actually is in a 2-way tie for 3rd place in the power ranking, in which we'll talk about that. We'll expound on that. In our power ranking, First Formation power ranking, or Football Manifest powered by First Formation power ranking for after week 5, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers coming in tied at 3rd place. And Bishop, I know you didn't get a chance to do your rankings, but just off of the thought process, what did y'all see last week that put Jacksonville and San Francisco almost on the same par?
Nothing from San Francisco. San Francisco shouldn't even be tied with Jacksonville.
I mean, I think what I seen is they both 4-1. For me, they both 4-1.
Today, San Francisco can play. If San Francisco to win this way, they currently lead the NFC conference. So the winner of today's game between Tampa Bay and San Francisco will be the top team in the NFC conference. Let's just keep that. But we wouldn't have known that.
So what I'm looking at, what I looked at was, look how they're doing it. Like if they keep this up, Kyle Shanahan should be mentioned for Coach of the Year. I mean, because what he's doing without Purdy, without a team, basically he filling in people everywhere. If that's not good,
no.
What it is.
What you will not do again, CC. Tell me who San Francisco played. Tell me who San Francisco played, and I'll show you. I'll tell you.
They beat the Rams. Did they not beat the Rams? Did they not beat the Rams?
Hold on. That's it. Hold on. I'm about
to
tell you.
They beat the
Cardinals. Didn't they beat your Cardinals?
Do the Cardinals got a winning record? Do they got a winning record?
Oh my God! Every week you talk about Kyler Murray and how good they is.
They should be winning, but they're not. Do they have a winning record? Okay, keep going. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Seahawks. They lost to the Saints.
No, they beat the Saints.
No, they beat the Saints.
They lost. The only team they lost.
They beat the Saints.
They lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars by a field goal.
Lost to Jacksonville. Okay. Who have they played?
That's the only loss.
Who have they played?
The Rams have they played? You just said
Who have they played?
The Rams and the Seahawks are two tough teams.
The Seahawks. Nope, don't count the Seahawks. Don't count the Seahawks.
Why not? They got the same record as the Rams. They 3-2 with the Rams. What are we talking about?
That don't make the Rams any. What that means?
They 3-2 with the Philadelphia Eagles.
That don't mean nothing either.
They right there with the Philadelphia Eagles. They got 2 losses like
but the Philadelphia Eagles, who had a harder schedule so far between the two teams? And I'll wait.
The Eagles, because it was the number one. Well, no, the Rams and the Eagles have the same schedule because they're both.
We talking about the 49ers. Ain't nobody asking nothing about the Rams. I'm saying,
based off of last.
We don't care about what it's based off of. Who has the wrong?
The Eagles. What I'm saying is the Eagles obviously are going to have a harder schedule because based off of how the NFL does their schedule.
We all know that.
Yeah, that's obvious. That's what's going to happen. Because if you look at San Francisco's record right now, they're expected to run the table because they don't got no one in front of them.
How many times have we heard this about CC about them running the table?
Listen. You're listening with the wrong ears. What I'm saying is San Francisco has. If you look at San Francisco's schedule right now compared to who's playing, they have no one in front of them after playing maybe the Giants and someone else because of how the schedule was set. They were the last team in their conference last year.
Exactly. My whole point.
But come on, man. Most teams are crying. Joe Burrow went down Cincinnati, can't put together a win. They can't put together nothing. And San Francisco is winning with all those injuries, bro. You got to give them credit for that.
Against mediocre teams. They're winning against mediocre teams. You gotta get, just like I said last week when you was talking about who was it last week? You was talking about like, bro.
So who did y'all beat? Who have y'all beat so far?
We beat the Kansas City Chiefs, who was in the Super Bowl. We beat the Dallas Cowboys, who has the MVP quarterback right now. We beat the Los Angeles Rams, who y'all talking about right now, who is one of the best top teams. We beat them. Okay. And then our fourth game, we beat who was it?
The other 2 games y'all lost.
No, we're 4-2, bro. I only named 3.
After 6 games, they haven't had a bye week yet, so they 4-2.
Yeah, and we beat the Buffalo Bills. No, the Jets.
No, you beat the Bills.
Jets. No, it wasn't the Bills. It wasn't the Jets either. Hold on. I'm going to tell you that fourth game. Kansas City, was it the Jets? The Rams, we beat the Rams. Hold on. Week 4 was the Bucks. Let's wait. And the Bucks. That's the second quarterback that's probably up for MVP they talking about right now. That's 2.
Yeah, y'all beat them. So the difference
How many MVP quarterbacks are y'all play has the 49ers play? And I'll wait. Oh, it's taking you too long. Silence is compliance. It's taking you too long. You ain't played not one.
The difference is we're beating these teams with a 3rd to 4th string squad. Just like today, the team that y'all just lost to. Now it's a 3rd and 4th string squad. Just the team that y'all just lost to. 3rd and 4th string squad. Come on, Terry. What's 3rd? Next man up. Just like they said, San Francisco and Tampa Bay.
Look, the Broncos who beat the Eagles last week are struggling right now against the Jets, bro. Like the same team that beat y'all, the same team that came back on y'all and beat y'all is struggling against the Jets. Struggling.
All right.
Struggling.
How many games?
So what are we talking about?
Listen, I'm going to tell you what we talk about. How many games have the Jets been close in the games in which they've lost against good teams? They barely lost. They barely lost to the Bucks.
That's about all of them.
Which we beat. They've been close to all of them, just like the Cardinals. There's games in which they should have won. Let's be honest. There are games in which the Jets should have won.
Hey, speaking of the Cardinals, that coach was wrong for putting his hands on the player, but I think they overhyped that whole situation. Like, you don't put your hands on the player. That like crazy coach to even do that. Like, some of these coaches, man, they lose their mind. But that's what I'm saying. The Jets haven't won a game. I don't care how close you've been. I mean, this ain't horseshoes. We ain't out there throwing horseshoes where you can get close to the thing. You ain't won no game.
Right.
You ain't won no game. So I don't want to hear about, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the NFL. Ain't no almost. Either you did or you didn't.
It ain't no almost. But I will say that. I totally agree with you with that. But there is strength of schedule. That's what that is.
Yeah, that's
real.
what. Yeah, the expectations, like the fit. All the teams in which Philadelphia is going. All the teams that aren't on their regular schedule, that's i.e. they're all the NFC East teams, they have to play, and they have to play whatever the conference that they get this year. But all the one-offs, they have to play their top team in their division because they was the top team in their division. So yeah, the strength of schedules presumably are different, and you don't know anything until they play each other because they're based off of last year's standings. So hence the reason when you look at it, that's where it comes out to be. So yes, the strength of schedules are different. And then that's when I looked at it, I was like, San Francisco. Go ahead.
You mean to tell me if the 49ers win today against who they playing today? The
Tampa Bay.
The Bucks.
They playing the Bucks, right? So you mean to tell me
so whoever wins today's game is the top team in the NFC?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So you mean to tell me Kyle Shanahan not doing a good job at all? Man, I'm just saying you got to give credit where credit is due.
No, CC, I'm not saying Kyle Shanahan is not doing a good job. What I'm saying is he's doing what he's supposed to do, especially by getting wins with a backup quarterback. Absolutely, that's what he's doing. Just like they did with Brock Purdy when he backed up when he was there. They did a great job when
he backed up Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, they did the exact same thing. They did what they were supposed to do. Go ahead.
I gotta ask you a question. Because who the heck is Kendrick Bourne and these receivers that this guy is throwing to? Like, who are these guys? I'm just saying. Like, did you have Kendrick Bourne? Who got Kendrick Bourne on a fantasy team? I want to know who.
Probably nobody.
Or whatever.
Probably nobody.
Exactly.
Probably
That's
nobody.
What I'm saying. He's doing this. He's doing this with a backup quarterback and backup.
Let's do this.
A backup tight end. The only starter he has is Christian McCaffrey.
Okay, but let's do this. Let's revisit this after Tampa Bay game today.
Okay.
Let's revisit. Okay. Let's see.
Let's
see. Let's see. We're gonna see.
I mean, we'll say anyway come next week. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Let's see. Let's see if y'all be talking the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if y'all talking the same thing when they're playing these Bucks today. All right. Let's see if the same y'all got that same energy.
So I want to make sure this is understood right. Right now, the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the two teams with over 40 plus injuries across their team. So they're the two teams with the most injuries at this point in the season. So they're all playing, but like I said, the difference is in San Francisco, we are more players down. Like CeCe was just saying, Kendrick Bourne is our number one receiver. He wasn't even on our roster at the beginning of the year because all the receivers are hurt and down. The only one that might be coming back is Jawan Jennings. So he might be back. But besides that, everyone's down. They went through their first and second string receivers already down to the third. We're down to Tungus. Tungus is getting burned now, but he was no one knew who the hell Tungus was before 2 weeks ago.
That's all I'm saying. Dude, you're doing this with you got a whole bunch of off-brand dudes out there falling.
Not to mention that Mac Jones is ailing too. All it takes is a hit, and he might be out, and we're gonna be looking at Adrian Martinez coming in to quarterback. So it's rough. It's rough.
Hey, but look, check this out. The Jaguars. Like they 4-1. That's a surprise.
That's the other one.
That ain't a surprise. That ain't a surprise.
They doing no defense.
I've been telling you about Trevor Lawrence. I've been saying this about this dude for the past 3
Is it Trevor Lawrence or is it their defense?
It's Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence is not cooking. That dude is not cooking.
What do you mean?
He's straight garbage. That dude
Are
is garbage.
you serious right now? Bro, y'all gotta stop.
I ain't saying Trevor Lawrence is bad, but I'm just saying I don't think
Y'all gotta stop, bro. Y'all gotta stop,
garbage,
bro.
and he's been garbage. And you know what? They made so many excuses for him the other night on that nationally televised game. Oh, but he got the same problems that Jalen Hurts and a lot of them other teams have been through. All these different offensive coordinators, and they made so many excuses for why that guy is sorry. It's like, yo, you was 4-13 last year, so sit back and watch. Watch what happens. I mean, you was 4-13 last year. I don't want to hear that about Trevor Lawrence, man. Like Trevor Lawrence. If you saw the game,
I watched that game. And they beat Kansas City. They beat Kansas City. Why didn't they?
Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six. Hey, they fumbled the ball. Oh, stop it, man. Like, yo, the effort. Kansas City gave up at the end of the game. Chris Jones them gave up. When the dude fell down and got up and scored a touchdown, that shows you that Kansas City defense gave up. Kalaskis and Chris Jones standing there watching this dude get up off the ground and score a touchdown.
Yeah.
This dude tripped on.
Yeah.
That game, man, it was like
I pointed it out on the page.
He is not cooking.
Yeah.
He is not cooking. He ain't throwing touchdown passes at a high clip. This dude ain't doing nothing great. Look how many touchdowns he got right now. Look at his stats. Let me look at his stats and tell you.
I got you. I got his stats for you. I got you. I will put up his stats. Bro. Yes, he is, bro. I won't say he's necessarily cooking. I won't tell you he's necessarily cooking.
Trevor Lawrence is not cooking. 178 yards game one. He had 271 against Cincinnati. 222. Look how many touchdowns he got. He got a total of 1, 2, 3, 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. You tell me he cooking. Where he cooking at? Where is that cooking? 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Tell me where he cooking at. Where's the cook? I'm waiting, Chef.
What I'm telling you is
garbage.
What I'm telling you is look at this. Look at the
teams on a food truck.
He ain't cooking on no food truck. And look. This is what I'm telling you. His QB rating is what? 78.2 right now, right? 78.2 and 95.6. He threw 221 yards versus the Chiefs. And 92.7 versus the team in which you just talked about, the 49ers. Threw for 174. The
what
Texans.
What are you talking about?
He threw for 222 yards against the Texans.
No touchdowns, and what was his quarterback rating in that game? 56.
56.5
in that game.
Yes, he threw for 271 versus the Bengals. Right? So I'm saying his game is dead. Huh?
He's a manager at this point. Like,
man, what are we talking about?
Like I said, he ain't cooking. He's basically in Taco Bell cooking. That's where he's at.
You want them numbers for Jalen Hurts? 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. Where is that cooking at? Where is that cooking? What's his touchdown to interception ratio? Like, what are we talking about here? The dude is not cooking, bro. Like this guy is not cooking.
I never said he was cooking. I never said he's warming up. I said he's warming up. He's warming up.
He microwave. He got it in the MBU. He got it on an MBU heater.
I'm just saying. Like Trevor Lawrence is not that guy, man. He hasn't been that guy since he's been in Jacksonville, but nobody wants to admit it. Like nobody wants to admit that Trevor Lawrence was a bad pick.
His defense is holding him down. So going on to the next two, which we got 3 in the tie for 2 in our standings, in which it comes about was interesting to me, but I mean, this is what it is. The Eagles, the Buccaneers, and the Bills tied for second at this point. Any surprise here? Is the Buccaneers, which this is probably definitely going to change after today, as we said, the 49ers and the San Francisco 49ers and the Buccaneers play today, although I don't know if I'm very sure Bishop is going to hate on the San Francisco. If they win, they're not going to get selected as the number 1 team. But in case, I do think there will be
a hot plate. I love that.
Even if they would, that's you're fine. I can't stand y'all, bro.
Good man.
I can't stand y'all.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't think even with a 49ers win, I don't think you can put them in the number 1 spot, regardless of the fact.
But that's odd because they'd be the number 1 team in the NFC conference.
That don't make them the number 1 team.
I can respect that.
That don't make them the number 1 team. Because if you still look at it, Go ahead. Out of San Francisco,
because the Eagles are still number 2 and they dropped 2 games.
I got you, but out of 2 NFC teams, who's better, Dallas or San Francisco right now?
San Francisco.
About ranking is San Francisco.
Hold on. I didn't say nothing about rankings, CC. No, I didn't say nothing about rankings. I didn't say by watching games, who's the better team, Dallas or San Francisco? We ain't talk about stats. We ain't talk about
rankings. You know, I'm gonna rep my team, but dog, we ain't got no signature win.
I'm just saying, just be honest. No, but be honest.
I think it's a slight. I think it's an edge to San Francisco because of from a defensive standpoint.
Hold on. I know you didn't just say that, CC. I know you didn't just say you didn't beat nobody. When I've been saying that about all, I know you did not just say y'all didn't beat nobody.
No, I'm saying, look who we beat. Who was our 2 wins against? The Giants and the Jets, bro.
But I've been making this point. I've been making this point
teams in the league.
CC, I've been making this point about the 49ers just a second ago, and you didn't want to hear that.
Wait, no. The Cardinals are a better team than the Giants and the Jets, bro.
Come on, let's keep it real. Are they? Are the Cardinals better than the Giants? Are they?
They are a better team. You know what I'm saying?
Are they?
When you start to look at it, they are a better team. At the time that San Francisco played them, they was a better team. I mean, we saying when they played them. You know, you got to keep that into consideration too when they played these teams. Like, they didn't just play them last week. They played them early in the season when the Cardinals was projected. That division was projected to maybe have 4 strong teams, 4 winning teams. We didn't know the Cardinals was going to fall off like they fell off, like when they played the 49ers. What I'm saying is that right now, the eye test, the 49ers are good. Like, we tied against the Packers. We haven't won anything. Now, trust me, I want us to win some games. You know what I'm saying? I want us to be that team. But right now, you got to keep it fair, man. Like, come on. I mean, the 49ers, they might not be number 1 because I actually think after this week, if the Lions do handle their business this week, then we ain't got nothing to accept because they blowing teams off the map. It don't matter who it is. Number 1 defense, I'm blowing you out. You know what I'm saying? Number 2 defense, I'm blowing you out. I mean, I'm saying, I'm looking at the Lions, they resurrected over there. So, you know, you got to start thinking about throwing them in the mix. But back to the original question.
Number 1. That's who I would have number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Eagles, this list right here, the Eagles, Buccaneers, and Bills, I have no problem with that projected coming off of week 5 going into week 6. Now, is it going to change next week? Probably, but the truth is, the Buccaneers been cooking. The Bills been cooking.
Hey, you got to take into consideration that had Bishop got a chance to get his in, it probably would be more defined where we would have definitely had a situation to where, because you got to look at it with San Francisco and Jacksonville, that with these 3, and we haven't even said number 1 yet, so that's 5 right there. We're talking about the top 5, so that means someone would have been out, in which I presume it would have been San Francisco, because let's just be honest, Jacksonville has beat San Francisco. So in my book, that's a head-to-head. Like, you don't deserve to be ahead of me if you're on a head-to-head when you lost head-to-head and we're close. So San Francisco at this point, in my opinion, would be the sixth team looking in and everyone else. But with the Eagles and Bills, because in my ranking, I gave San Francisco was, I think, 8 or something like that, 7 or 8. So they was even that high up there. And it was CC's ranking of them that was higher than mine that gave them the opportunity to be in this. The Eagles, I think I had them at like number 4 or 5, along with the Bills. So I mean, that's what it came out.
Like 5 or 6 somewhere.
I'm gonna be honest. For me, if I had done it, the Eagles, my own team, I would probably have them 6 or 7.
That's how I had San Francisco.
I would have them 6 or 7. They cannot be in the top 5. My Eagles cannot be in the top 5, losing back-to-back games to teams they should be.
Well, they had. You got to think when we picked these, it wasn't about
right.
So that's why I based it off of.
They was 1 loss.
I based it off of. You know, they were still 1 or 2 teams at the top with the Bills to me. Like the Bills are a good team to watch, but let's face it, that struggle against the Patriots.
How did they lose?
It exposed a little something about the Bills. The Bills. It exposed a little something. Losing to the Patriots exposed a little something about the Bills.
Any given Sunday, man. Any given Sunday. Anybody can lose any given Sunday. It is what I mean. This is clearly these past 2 weeks Week 5 and week 5 and 4 has been a tall tale of anybody can win a game. Anybody, no matter who you are. Anybody can win a game.
It's killing you on the picks.
Get into the number one so we can get into some of the last week's games and then get ready to do our one. As CC said, as Sean said, both the Lions being the number one team because they're legitimately doing what they was doing last year. It just took them a little while to get back to it. We're starting to see what it looks like when you got your full team in which they have got their defensive players. They're missing a offensive player, but that doesn't make a difference. They're showing that, you know what I'm saying, it's slowly but surely uptick. However, that's different during the games when it counts is in the playoffs, and that's when they haven't been effective. But what y'all think about the number one? Lions deserving number one right now?
Yeah. There's no question. Like there's not even debatable right now. Right now with that, like he said before this week started, that's not debatable. I mean, like CC said it best. We finna beat y'all ass. We gonna beat y'all ass. We gonna beat y'all ass. We gonna continue beat y'all ass. Like they made it clear, like y'all, we the team to beat this season. So yeah, there's no debate on this one in my opinion.
Shout out to Dan.
And funny as said, they have been upticking, like they have been slowly but surely doing that as even far back as when they played against.
How we getting praise over here?
Eric said they the new Cowboys. They great into the playoffs. That's funny. Oh shoot!
I feel you.
So I don't know. Was there any game that surprised y'all last week?
Oh, a bunch of them. Bunch of them.
The Bills Patriots.
All 9 losses I took.
Yes, the Bills Patriots was a shocker.
You know what surprised me?
And then the Texans beating the brakes off the Ravens. 44-10.
The Ravens, that's like
44-10.
But that's a Cardinal. That's a Lamar Jackson-less Ravens to be. So
but still, 44-10. What they got to do with their defense?
Against a team that couldn't score no points, right? The Texans had to do with their defense all year.
What they got to do with their defense?
44 points in like 4 games.
Yeah. What they got to do with their defense? 44-10? God dang, bro. Come on.
What surprised me, in which I for whatever reason, I can't pick this team. CC was the only one of us that picked this team. The Carolina Panthers got another W.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I told y'all Miami was garbage. Y'all don't want to hear me on Miami. Like Miami is.
And I knew that. I knew because I don't believe in Tua. I don't believe in Tua. I don't think Tua is all what Cheetahs claimed out him to be. In that, Washington beating the Chargers. That wasn't surprising to me.
That was another one.
That wasn't surprising to me. That wasn't surprising to me. I did pick the Chargers. However, that's not surprising to me. I think again, Jalen Daniels. They got game film on him now, but they made it happen last week. Watching the Rams tear the fur off.
I was kind of shocked,
Yeah, that was. I mean, of course, us losing to the Broncos. That was, especially at home. I didn't think we would lose to the Broncos at home. That hurt. I didn't think we would lose it to the Broncos at home.
Yeah, that was a tough game to watch.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that y'all was up most of the game. First a 17-point lead, then a 14-point lead. And then losing in the fourth quarter,
blew another game. Yep, blew another game like that. Yeah, that hurt. Yeah,
that was tough. And then for me, the upset to me that I thought was going to change, Kansas City losing to the Jacksonville.
Even though I picked Jacksonville, I did pick them. I picked Jacksonville. Yeah, I picked Jacksonville, but I just Kansas City don't look like the Kansas City of old. It's something about Kansas City don't look right.
Do y'all think that's going to change with Rice back?
It don't look like it. It don't look like it. They got to start playing harder, man. Like the rest of the team got to start playing harder. Yeah. So
we did.
I gotta just look at.
Yeah. I don't know.
You got to start Kansas City.
Go ahead, CC.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it.
I just think Kansas City I just think they're not playing good defense all the way around like they was before and shutting teams down in situations. I think they just letting it get away from them because you want Patrick Mahomes to go win the game, and you're not doing nothing else right now. Like who is he throwing the ball to consistently? Like Travis Kelce, he needs to go sit down somewhere. You need another tight end at this point that's gonna go out there and put forth some effort to catch these balls, man. Like Travis
Ever
Kelce
since he
letting
announced
little bitty.
Go ahead.
He
Ever
letting
since he
little
announced his
Travis trying to hold him.
well, ever since he announced his engagement, he been playing like trash.
Yeah,
Ever
he letting
since he did
Travis
that,
Hunter hold him, dude. Travis Hunter too small to be even trying to hold Travis Kelce, man. Come on, man. Be realistic. Like that shouldn't even be a
facts.
matchup. That's a matchup Travis
Hold on.
Kelce should win.
Real quick, CC. There's a gentleman.
What?
There's a gentleman on this panel.
Yeah, let's not sugarcoat and get to it.
We remember before the season, Travis Hunter. Do you think he'll be effective on both sides of the ball? Blah 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 blah. That man was not a Heisman, as I believe I stated. He was not a Heisman winner for no reason, and it's being shown
exactly
in Jacksonville. That man is being able to play.
I don't think so.
What?
Both sides of the ball.
I think he has had good plays in a couple of games, but in totality, there hasn't really seen anything. Like he made a good catch early in the he made a good catch early in the game last week, in which he probably should have made, and then he had a point to where he was on Kelce that made it to where he made it hard for him to get the ball. That hasn't been consistent across all their games. Like he's been in plays, but he's not. It's not like he's getting it. If you look at if we go back and look, if y'all was to go back and pull up how many targets he has and how many receptions he had and how many plays he has been targeted. If you look at all that, you know, saying it sip and see. How many times? What's Travis Hunter's target? How many times has he been targeted? What's his completion rate? Completion rate, offensively and defensively.
I'll find it. I got you. I got you. CC, do you agree with him?
No, I don't.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying what we see.
No, I think for a rookie, he's playing well on both sides of the ball. I mean,
both sides of the ball.
When the light was the brightest, it was evident when the light was the brightest. He's playing. He may not be rookie of the year, but he's playing decent. It's validated that why Jacksonville picked him so high, and I think it's helping them out a lot. Like you can play this guy in the slot. Like I said, he was holding Travis Kelce, the tight end. Like.
And that's saying
that?
something.
Like how many small corners are lined up? That's saying something. The belief that they have in them and everything.
That's saying something. Bro.
I don't agree with Trey on that one.
I don't either. I mean, right now, like he's. Oh, hold on. Let me do something. Let me see how many times he's been targeted. Oops. I just think. I mean, I don't think you could say he's not. He's doing what he's capable of doing right now. You can't ask too much of him right now because he is a rookie. Why they won't show me his wide receiver stats?
So he's been targeted 8, 10, 16, 24 times. He has 6, 7, 10, 16. So he's 16 of 24 in receiving.
He's been targeted 24 times and he's caught 16 of them?
Yeah, he's targeted 24
he's over
times.
Half of them. He's over half. How many touchdowns? Did he own one? I think he got one.
He don't have any touchdowns.
You don't have any? Okay. No touchdowns. Okay. No touchdowns. And how many yards?
6, 127, 149, 182 yards.
In 6 games.
6 games, 8 receptions, 6 games. 6 games, 16 receptions, 100 and less than 200 yards for receiving. Okay. No touchdowns. The most receiving yards he had was 64 in his first against Kansas City.
Right. So
and one of those, but out of those 64, one of them was for 44 yards.
Okay. And he hasn't. And how many times has he been scored on defensively?
Let me see. Defense.
Exactly. Looking right now, he got 9 tackles.
He probably hasn't been scored on him. See,
he hasn't. I don't think he has.
Exactly.
He hasn't.
I think he's doing all right for for what he is
right
now.
Right. Exactly.
And I think I think he's only gonna get better. I don't see
Right. This is first season.
Phenomenal talent like that.
Yeah. He's only gonna learn. Like right now is his learning season. He just trying to figure everything out right now. He's trying to get his feet comfortable. He's trying to test the water, see how everything is his first year. Guarantee next season, his stats going as long as he can stay healthy. And then if he can stay healthy, put on some weight, and still play at the level he play at, Travis Hill is gonna be a problem. He got burnt. I'm not saying that's fine. He can get burnt. How many times did he get scored on? How many times did they score? How many times has anybody scored on? Every corner gonna get burnt. You gonna get burnt.
Let's just face it. Xavier Worthy is burning everybody. Xavier Worthy is burning everybody. By the way.
Yeah, you gonna get burnt. Like it's gonna happen. That we ain't worried about that. I'm worried about wide receivers get scoring on him. Like who has scored on him on like a one-on-one, or they out jumped him or beat him with a ball. Like where's that happen at? If that ain't happened, I don't care about him getting burnt.
Xavier Worthy's gonna burn everybody.
That part.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy's gonna burn everybody that he matched up against. So you know what I'm saying?
Shut up, Scott. He talking about man. He's ass. This dude here is stupid. But yeah, I just think he put on some weight next season or off season. Come in there. Well, yeah, Worthy's a lot like Travis Hunter. Both of them light in the ass, Anthony. To be honest with you, they both light in the ass. They both need some weight. Yeah, they need some weight. They need some protein or something. Put some weight on, about 15, 20 pounds, because they both light in the ass. But Xavier Worthy, the boy ran a 4.2 40. Like that's track speed, bro. Like, come on, man. Like I don't like that's just.
You know what? I almost cussed this dude. You know, goddamn soul wins. It's my hair.
Trav, not you, right? He said Trav, right?
No, he's talking about me.
Oh, okay.
He talking about Trey.
Like, what are you talking about?
He talking about
Trey.
Oh, okay.
Where you been in the last 2 years? It's my hair, dude.
Bo Nix, you took a sack, bro. Ooh.
Yeah, Bo Nix took a sack. Oh, and now they finna put the ball to the Jets.
Yeah, Jets finna win this on a field goal. Watch what I tell you.
But the Jets ain't got no timeout, so they might not win this game.
But they only got to get to a certain. You know what today's field goal kick is. All you got to get to. Let's see where you go with this kick. Okay, he only need about 20, 25
in a college game. Yeah, I seen a college kicker yesterday kick a 58-yarder. Man, I said,
see,
if they hit 58 yarders in college, it's about to be a problem.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like, all he needs is about 20 yards in this game, and he in field goal range.
Oh, they finna get that with this run, with the punt.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they almost there.
That's what I said. They finna win this game off a field goal, and I was gonna pick the Jets. I almost called y'all and said, "Hey, switch my."
You did pick the Jets.
I did
pick the Jets.
Okay.
Yeah,
we both picked the Jets.
Yeah, we both picked the Jets.
Okay. Come on. Oh, this motherfucker fumbled the ball. Oh, that was a good big run. Oh shit, I'm probably behind you, CC.
Yeah, CC's probably the front one.
Yeah, I'm probably behind you. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought I was like, okay, I picked the Jets. All right, bet. Oh, that was a horrible snap.
All right, so let's get into these games. We got like 30 minutes so we can get a nice, good analysis on them because we have been struggling. Last week, I won the week with six wins last week. CC and Bishop both had 5. It was rough last week. It was hella rough. And then we started off this week with
a straight last week.
Huh?
I had 5 what?
Yeah. Look at I sent it to you in our chat group because I didn't put it in on the what's called it. I said them. I will put them together on our other ones to continue the continuity. But you have 5, I have 6, and CC had 5. It was rough, extremely rough.
Yeah, Trey. I think the only game that put you over the top was
New Orleans.
That Saints game.
Yeah,
that Saints.
Yeah,
we both picked the Giants, and you picked the Saints.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I mean, all across the board, it was a bunch of games like that because you picked the Carolina, and we all picked. So,
yeah, man. But the thing was, the Giants 5 straight turnovers. Who does that in a game for real, man? Like sometimes you be like, what the heck's going on? 5 straight possessions, 5 straight turnovers, man. Like
what you said?
That's ridiculous.
What you said?
That's ridiculous.
What you said?
So, first game on the docket. I was trying to see where Scott was. The Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh coming off of bye. However, they are a 1-loss team, sitting at 3-1. See, I mean, Bishop, we'll start with you first. Do the Steelers continue on with the 1 loss, or do they fall to Flacco? Oh, not correction. Do they fall
I'm about to say
Dylan
Gabriel?
Yeah. Gabriel.
So because of this bum on here that be talking shit all the time, I'm picking the Cleveland Browns to go in Pittsburgh and steal a win on the steel floor. I'm picking the Cleveland Browns and Dylan Gabriel to go into Pittsburgh and steal a win. I sure am.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm picking
CC,
that.
You agree?
Oh, man. You know, the AFC North games are always competitive. They always close. I mean, that's tough. But I'm going to say because they have no receivers in Cleveland, I'm going to take DK Metcalf having a decent day against that Cleveland defense. So I'm going to take the Steelers. Give me the Steelers in that one.
Yeah. So, I take the Steelers in this one as well. I take the Steelers in this one as well. That I just don't know. Like we always talk about how a team not having any tape in which no one has tape really.
On Dylan Gabriel, I love that. I love the Browns having won in 23 years. Okay, I love that.
I look to see that. I think Pittsburgh is going to walk away with this one. I ain't gonna say easily because again, no tape on Dylan, a little tape on Dylan. You don't know what to expect. However, you know what to expect from Pittsburgh. But I still err with Pittsburgh. I side with Pittsburgh on this one. CC, next up. The LA Chargers, coming off 2 consecutive losses, will be taking on the Miami Dolphins, who y'all both say are trash. Can the Dolphins turn it around, or do the Chargers continue to fall down that rabbit hole? CC, who you got? Chargers?
Stop it. Chargers. If the Chargers lose this one, I ain't picking them no more this season. I mean, for real. Like, you should beat Miami. Chargers over Miami easily.
This one I got the Chargers as well. Currently, you got to think there is Waddle is the number 1 receiver in Miami without Hill being there. They do have A-Chain still there that is very formidable. You're starting to see an uptick in Darren Waller at tight end. They might have the inkling of the chance, but I think Harbaugh is a better tactician, and the strategist is going to employ a good strategy. I'm taking.
Damn, Justin, you cannot take a sack right there.
Bishop, you got?
Oh, I got the Chargers. Come on, Tua Tagovailoa piece of trash. That dude. Yeah, I gotta go with the Chargers, bro. Gotta go with the Chargers.
But I gotta say this. No excuses. No excuses. For Tua Tagovailoa, man. I mean that press conference where he held it. Oh, it sounds so sweet, don't it? Oh, and regardless if I win or lose, or how many stats I get. Oh, my kids still call me that. Man, hey, look here. This is football, bro. I'm sorry.
Quit bringing the kids into
like
it.
garbage. And
put your kids
into it sucks.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Stop it. That ain't got nothing to do with the kids. Ain't got nothing to do with how you play.
For real, nothing.
Next up, Patriots and the Saints. Last week, I took the New Orleans Saints. This week, not so much. I wouldn't even dare to even do that. They were all right. They got through, but the Patriots are showing that they can be they can have some variable. It's kind of like figuring it out. I just think they're going up against those two teams meeting up based off of what they did last week isn't conducive to one of them. And in my opinion, that is not conducive to the New Orleans Saints. So I'm taking the New England Patriots. CC, who you got?
Patriots in that game, man. Look, the Saints, I give y'all that. Y'all beat the Giants, but I'm going with the Patriots because I told y'all last year Drake May is going to be something, man. Y'all just sit back and watch. Drake May going to be something as long as he stay healthy. As long as he's healthy,
goddamn
he's going to be all right.
Bro. Yeah, let me get the Patriots too, man. The Patriots, I got to take the Patriots with that one too. What this nigga, bro, y'all, I don't understand. Y'all got to explain something to me, man. These motherfuckers make millions of dollars, but they cleats is from fucking Dollar General. These motherfuckers can't they can't never keep their footing. Look, he just slipping. Like, what do you got on ice skates?
I don't know what.
Next game, the Los Angeles Rams will be traveling to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Bishop, who you got?
Who you got,
Baltimore.
Trey? Who you got, Trey?
I got the Rams.
Who you got?
The Rams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm taking the Rams. Yeah. Until Lamar come back, I can't trust the Rams for shit. Them brothers can't beat. Beat Killeen High School. So Lamar, we lost this game. You took a sack. You can't take a sack, Justin. God damn, bro.
Rams. Give me the Rams, not the Ravens. Ravens ain't got nothing on it. Rams.
You cannot take a sack.
It shouldn't even be close. What they said, it should be.
Next game, the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. So, in fine fashion, I will pick first just so I can solidify myself as that division. Huh?
Wait. Before we make our next pick trade, I'm sorry, I got to just interrupt. So, we talking about this game that's going on live, people. And now y'all see why the Jets are over.
But a lot of
almost nothing.
But this is the thing though. Again, they still lost by 2. Again, and a lot of that is Justin's fault. Justin cannot take sacks like that. You cannot. He took 2 sacks in that drive. He took 2 sacks that he should not have taken. 2. He should not have taken. That's just bad. That's just bad play. That's just bad. Again, they lost by 2 though. They lost by 2. Damn, they there. They just can't win.
Woo, ball.
But go ahead.
This is how Detroit started off before they became with the team they are now. This is how they started off, losing in games but couldn't finish it. And this is so. I don't know. We'll see. Next game, Indianapolis Colts, Arizona Cardinals. I start this off. I'll kick this off. I am taking the Indianapolis Colts. That's another team I think that is surprising this year. But I particularly like Daniel Jones. I know my counterparts don't care too much for Daniel Jones, but I think he has been a formidable quarterback. He has weapons, plenty of weapons across the board, and a little defense that makes up components of a good team. CC, who you got? Colts, Cardinals.
Colts, man. I got to take the Colts in that one. Just because they the better team. Like, let's face it, the Cardinals. I don't know. I had big hopes for them, but they ain't doing nothing.
Bishop.
Who'd you take, CC? The Colts?
Yep.
What is the? Hold on. Let me see something. I'm gonna take Arizona, man. I'm going with Arizona.
Okay.
I'm going with Arizona on the road. Again, that's another team that's right there on the edge, just be in games, and then all of a sudden, like they last 5 games, they barely lost to the Titans by 1. The week before that, they barely lost to the Seahawks by 3. The week before that, They barely lost to the 49ers by 16-15. Like, they are in every single game, bro. I gotta go with Arizona, man. They won. They beat the Panthers by 5. So I'm going with Arizona, man. I got to, man. I just
next game.
Oh, Kyler Murray not playing. Hold on, Kyler Murray not playing in that game.
Yeah, Kyler Murray not playing. Yeah.
Oh, then no. No. Give me the Colts. Yeah, give me the Colts. I didn't know Kyler was right. Yeah, give me the Colts. I'm not going there. I don't even know who the Arizona's backup quarterback is.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh yeah, no. Give me the Colts.
I was gonna say you taking.
When did he got hurt last week? I didn't know I didn't hear nothing about Kyler Murray getting hurt.
The foot injury.
He out, right?
Oh, I didn't even hear that one. Oh, we can't hear nothing about that. What?
I saw him out. I saw it yesterday when I was watching the college games and scroll across the screen that Kyler Murray was out. I saw that.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. Okay. All right.
Next game, Jacksonville and the Seattle Seahawks. Jacksonville will be the home team. I'm taking Jacksonville. I think the defense has been pretty potent, and I think they might have enough to take care of Darnold and put a lock on Njigba enough for them to get the W. I got Jacksonville. Bishop, who you got?
Come on, we know what CC gonna take, so I'm taking Trevor. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence. I sure am. I'm taking Trevor Lawrence, and I'm taking Trevor Lawrence and that young man over there to do some things out there in Jacksonville, and they playing in Duval. So let me get them Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sam Darnold gonna go in there and beat them. I'm taking.
CC, you right?
I like Sam Darnold better than I like Trevor Lawrence. I mean, and that's I'm taking Seattle. Overall, I think Smith and Jigma is up and coming. He's showing his thing, and then that Seattle defense, even though they didn't stand up, it became a shootout with them in Tampa Bay last week. You know what I'm saying? I think that defense gonna get right against Jacksonville.
All right, Jacksonville. So that's 2 Jacksons, 1 Seattle. Next game up, them Dallas Cowboys facing off against the Carolina Panthers. CC, are you willing? We know you're not.
CC, go against the Panthers. Be like Trey. Go pick the Panthers. Be like Trey. Pick the Panthers.
That's not happening. That ain't happening.
The
Cowboys
Panthers having the slightest chance to beat the Cowboys.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they don't have a chance. I'm saying I hope we go out there and perform like we did last week against the Jets and put it over early. Leave no doubt early on.
Bishop, you rocking with the Panthers, or you rocking with the Cowboys?
No, I gotta go with the Cowboys right now. I just told y'all a few minutes ago, not too long ago, that right now Dak Prescott is probably one of the front runners in MVP candidacy. So yeah, I gotta roll with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. The way Dak is slinging that ball right now, you'd be dumb to go with the Carolina Panthers right now.
And I want to point something out.
All right,
I want to point something out. Oh, go ahead, Trey. Pick first. I want to point something out.
No, I got the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys.
Okay, because I want to point something out about my Cowboys.
Everybody going with the Panthers, though.
I mean, everybody else taking the Panthers. But I want to point this out about my Cowboys. Not to be funny or nothing, but Michael Parsons in 4 games got 1.5 sacks. We got a dude named James Houston off the street, y'all, that's got 3.5 sacks. Are you telling me who? That's why I say this trade was a wash right now. Just moving Michael Parsons.
It's too early. It's too early, CC. It's too early.
Dude he got 1.5 sacks in 4 games.
It's too early, CC. It's too early. He's in a new defense. It's too early. It's too early.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. If you can get after the quarterback, get after him, buddy. You got 1.5 sacks. Where you at?
Y'all remember?
Excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Y'all pin this. Y'all pin this October the 12th. CC talked about Michael Parsons having 1.5 sacks. Remember that's week 6. Remember this week 6.
Going into week 6. 4 games played, he got 1.5 sacks.
Okay. Let's go. I like it.
Next game, going into the late window, 3:05 game. First up, probably the game of the week. The San Francisco 49ers facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Off the rip, of course, I'll pick I'm keeping it bang, bang, Niner gang in this.
Oh, now he bang, bang, Niner gang. This dude is so phony, bro. This dude is so phony.
I thought we agreed you was banned from using that bang bang.
Yeah, that part. See, that part. This dude is so phony, bro. This dude is
y'all
so
picking San Francisco or Tampa Bay?
No, what you not finna do is rush us. What you not finna do is rush us.
Or Tampa Bay.
Because how do you pick? Remember, CC, what game was that where he picked against his team and which was the
Rams?
Rams, right? He picked the
Rams 3 weeks ago.
And who's a better team, the Rams or the Bucs? In your opinion, Trey?
At the time, but again, like Cece said earlier, look at what was going on at the time. So what has been proven, we did not know is how effective. What we did not know at that time, what we did not know is how effective Mac Jones and that offense can be against a team that's fully staffed. So at this, when they took care of Los Angeles, so at this point,
my question: who's better right now, Tampa Bay or the Rams?
The Rams. I would think the Rams are.
Give me Tampa Bay, man. Give me Baker Mayfield. Baker go to do his work out there in Tampa Bay. There's no way San Francisco going out to Tampa Bay winning in Tampa Bay. Give me Tampa Bay.
It's a tough one for me, but I'm gonna take the Buccaneers because they're at home. And I'm gonna say Mac Jones ain't ready for what Todd Bowles gonna throw at him. If Todd Bowles come with a blitz package this night, I think Tampa Bay should win that game.
Facts.
The next game, the Tennessee Titans coming off a win last week.
Toilet bowl.
Versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Bishop, Raiders, Titans. Who you got?
Hold on, let me get a quarter. Hold on.
I know, right?
God dang, bro. This is a quarters toss.
That's a tough.
Man, listen. Really?
You know what?
Give me the Raiders.
Give me the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Give me the Raiders.
Yeah.
Give me the Raiders. Only because they're at home, and they ain't saying nothing. They ain't saying a damn thing.
I agree. I'm going with I'm going with the experience over the youthfulness in this one. I'm taking the Raiders as well. I mean, I don't know much more. Genty could be helpful. So I got the Raiders. Cece, who you got? Raiders or Titans?
You know what? I'm going to take the Titans fairly, man. I'm going to take the Titans because Geno is garbage right now. He going to throw the ball to the other team at least 3 times. At least 3 times. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The way it's been going.
Oh, shoot. Damn.
Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals, powered by Joe Flacco, versus the Green Bay Packers, powered by Jordan Love and the wide receiver by committee. Cece, who you got? Cincinnati or Green Bay?
Man. I kind of want to take the Bengals, but I'm going to take the Packers. And the other reason I'm going to take the Packers is because Joe Flacco, what's that guy? Gary is one of the sack leaders. Not Michael Parsons, but his counterpart on that squad is one of the sack leaders in the league. I think he's going to hit Flacco quite a bit today.
Bishop, you on that train too? Green Bay?
Yeah. I got to go with the Pack. They playing at home, Lambeau. I feel like they're going to get a couple Lambeau leaps in there this week. Joe Flacco, this is his first week under center at Cincinnati. I don't think he had enough time to kind of figure out everything with the Cincinnati offense yet. I mean, I'm sure he learned it, but I don't know. He's got to get his timing down with all his players and stuff like that. So yeah, give me Green Bay and Jordan Love.
I'm taking Green Bay as well. Like from some of the same reason with Bishop said there, it might not have been enough time. You got to think initially, Chase wasn't supposed to play. he's just getting there, so we have yet to see. He got to show a little bit of something first. Next game, the Detroit Lions.
That's the game of the week.
Chiefs.
That's the game of the week. Nah, it ain't the game of the week, but it's gonna be a good one.
No, it's not close. But Detroit Lions and Kansas City Chiefs. I'll be first in saying Detroit. I'm rocking with Detroit. As we said earlier, anyone they have put in front of them has basically handled business. They have handled business handily, and I don't foresee anything changing to this one. At least for this week. I guess next week we'll be able to see Rice back from his suspension. But that's a week later. That's next week. I got Detroit. Bishop, who you got? Detroit, Kansas City.
Bro, they going into Arrowhead, bro. They going. Don't get me wrong. They going in there, but Detroit is averaging over 30 points a game this season. Over 30 points a game this season. They've put up 52, 36, 38, 32, and they going in the Arrowhead. This is a hard one for me, bro, because Kansas City, yeah, give me the Lions. A part of me feels like Kansas City and Patrick gonna figure a way to get a win out of this, though. But give me the Lions. That's gonna be a good game tonight. I'm definitely watching that one. That's gonna be a good game. But give me the Lions.
Exactly why I'm taking the Chiefs in this one. I mean, you got to get right.
I ain't mad at that one. I ain't mad at that.
You gotta win this game. I don't care how you win it. You gotta make it ugly. You gotta do whatever. You gotta win this game. Kansas City, your season 2-4, you ain't coming back for that. I don't care how good of a team you projected to be, who coming back, who whatever. If you go 2-4, I don't see you making the playoffs this year, and I don't think they're going out like that. So 3-3 is your set, and you got to do it against a team like the Lions.
Yeah, this game tonight between the Lions and the Chiefs is really going to solidify the Lions, in my opinion. If they win tonight, that's going to solidify them as definitely the number one team in the top 5 power rankings without question. They was already there, but this tonight, yeah, they're definitely going to be the team to beat. And if they put up over 30 points on Kansas City, if they put up their average or more, yeah, they're making a statement for sure.
That's 2 games on Monday night. We will pick them just in case. Indigenous People Day, as we know it now. We'll pick these games just in case. But of course, if we jump on, then we'll talk about it even then. The Buffalo Bills facing off against the Atlanta Falcons in their home, in the Dome. Is there a game? This is a game where Buffalo will fall twice. CC, Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Bills just because of the inconsistency of the Falcons. They up, they down. I don't know which Falcons team gonna show up. So I'm gonna say the Bills, but it's gonna be a close game though. It won't be a blowout. They struggled against New Orleans. Remember, they struggling against those NFC South teams.
I'm taking the Bills as well. I don't think they're going to fall twice. I don't think the Atlanta Falcons is the team to do that to them for the most part. We still have a little inconsistency in Penix's play. And to the point, I think they almost brought in Flacco. But they did blow the last team they played out. They were blown out by the last team.
By Panthers, 30-0.
Yeah, 30 and blank. Over at that point, so hopefully we see something a little bit different. Bishop, who you got? Buffalo, Atlanta.
Man, I don't know, because like you said, they got blown out by the Panthers in Carolina. But then they went. But the week prior to that, Atlanta went to Minnesota, and I think. Yeah, no, wasn't that no? They didn't go to Minnesota. Wasn't that in London? Wasn't that a London game?
Yeah, they was overseas.
They was overseas. When Atlanta won and beat Minnesota in London. So they did beat Minnesota 22-6. But just like CC said, Atlanta's up and down, man. You don't know what Atlanta team you getting when it comes down to it, because they did beat the Commanders at home 34-27. They did beat the Commanders. So you just don't know what Atlanta team you're getting. But Buffalo just took a tough loss against the Patriots last week on their home field. So they're traveling to Atlanta to take on the Buffalo. They're traveling to Atlanta to take on Atlanta. So. Josh, Yeah, give me the Bills, man. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. Give me the Bills. I want to take the Falcons, but give me the Bills.
And last but not least, the doubleheader on Monday night. Both these teams are 2-2, both coming off of byes. The Chicago Bears will be traveling to Washington to take on the Washington Commanders. The last two Heisman Trophy, the previous two Heisman Trophy winners going head to head again. The last time they met was when the Chicago Bears lost their first game and didn't win another game the rest of the season after the Hail Mary was performed. Chicago, Washington, Bishop, who you got? Bears or Commanders?
Give me the Commanders, man. Give me Jaden Daniels and them. I think Jaden Daniels may have trying to get back on a clean slate and things like that. They're playing in Washington. They're playing at home, so and then y'all already know my feelings about Caleb. Until they fix their line, Caleb Williams is all. Until they fix that offensive line, Caleb Williams is always going to be in dire need of help. So yeah, I got to go with the Commanders.
CC, you have a devilish little grin over there, man. What's in your mind, bro? Who you got? Washington
my mind saying I need the Commanders to lose for my Cowboys' sake, but I gotta take the Commanders in this game until I think they're just a better team than the Bears right now. I think it comes down to the whole team. Like we talking whole teams, I think Dan Quinn gonna get after Caleb today and confuse him a little bit.
It's interesting. So I'm looking at it on the opposite perspective. I think that Chicago could actually pull this one out. I think highly of Chicago, a little highly. I'm not gonna say highly, but I think a little more highly than as last year. Of course, like they started out pretty good and then they nosedive for whatever reason we don't know. But here they are in the same place, just about record, not the same exactly, but they are a 500 team at this point, and they have showed some glimpse. I'm willing to bet on that glimpse because I have seen Washington has from where they were, and you got to think McLaurin and it wasn't going to be there. The only real offensive threat they have is in a back and forth Merrick Krosky and a Deebo Samuel, who of course gets used all over the field, but of course the utilization rate becomes high and then it comes wear and tear. So I'm willing to go with Chicago on this one. I'm rocking with Chicago in that one. So of course that's it for our week 6 picks already. Due to our first 2 picks that we have, myself and Bishop are 0-2 for going with Philadelphia and New York Giants, and then CC is 1-1 for going with Philadelphia. But he did go against the grain and selected the Denver Broncos. Although, from what Bishop pointed out, yet again another game in which the New York Jets were just on the cusp and couldn't get it taken care of.
That part.
I just want to. Today, they played good defense against a Broncos team. They played really good. Both teams played good defense. It came down to which quarterback you trust the most, and Justin Fields took some horrible sacks. Man, use your legs or something to help you win. You had enough time to bail out of there and run, man. What happened to that Justin Fields that would tuck it and run? I think he gotta figure out when to run and how to put that into his game for the Jets in order for the Jets to start winning some games.
Agreed.
They looking to an 0-17 season. It's like, yo, man, y'all gotta get off the almost slide and win a game.
That part. What you said.
Before we get out of here, gentlemen, I want to have a quick conversation on a real topic. What are your views on the Kyren Lacy situation? You know, Kyren Williams, the LSU receiver that ended up committing suicide when he had all the stuff going legal coming down. Come to find out, he was being framed and wrongfully accused of a vehicular homicide accident.
Has it been officially stated that he was actually being framed? Because I don't.
Yeah, because there was. Yeah.
I haven't seen nothing on the news saying that. I've seen stuff on Facebook, but I have not seen anything on the news. It's saying that.
So I guess you could say that. So the credible, one of the things I have is where is the officer body cam footage was released in which he seemingly coerced someone into saying that Kyron Williams was there. But when you look at the footage of like people's door cams and all that type of stuff, Kyron Williams, the accident happened way before Kyron Williams even pulled up on the scene, like almost a full football field's length. The accident was done, and then you see Kyron Williams' vehicle come into the frame, but the car accident had happened. And they said by the time the car accident happened, Kyron Williams' vehicle was about 70 yards from the accident. So how is he even?
So how did he get stopped then? If his vehicle wasn't even in the accident, how that don't even make sense.
He was stopped at the I guess he was stopped going past. So they said he was a hit and run.
So, but if he wasn't in the accident, that means if he wasn't in the accident at all, how does it? What was the damage? Yeah, but I'm saying, where was the damage to his vehicle?
There was no damage. I don't know if it was any damage to his vehicle.
So how was it a hit and run then?
Again, that's what, but it's the officer that realized that he had been in or around the vehicle, in which they dubbed it as him being the hit and run. Like they basically tried to put it on him, and which is what is being looked at and taken in consideration of. But in-state he wasn't the reason for the accident, in which he was being charged with the accident. They had chased him down and found him and said that he was being charged with the accident, and that the man had passed in that, in which you got to think, Kyron Williams had the situation that was going on because of the things he did in a couple of games prior to that. And basically he's a young man. I guess the spotlight got too hot, and he decided to commit suicide.
Yeah,
the whole Lacey incident. Well, the whole Lacey incident was crazy because people were jumping all over and people were blaming it. And the biggest thing I want to say, Trey, is I saw Ryan Clark having to apologize on ESPN for his comments and his statements about it and stuff like that. But yeah, the footage is a telltale thing, and I'm wondering why they always wait so late to show the footage. Like, the footage should have been the first thing that we saw. The young man's car was nowhere near the accident. That's been proven. That's already a proven fact. So now, what do we do about this cop that pretty much? What do we got to do something about the police, right? Like, if you want to keep, it's one thing to suspect a person. It's another thing to blame a person, accuse a person, and to drag them through it. But it's unfortunate that the young man took his own life, and for whatever reasons. I'm sure some of it had to stem from the accusations of this case. But it's like, man, that's tough. That's tough. And then not only that, people were killed in the accident. Right? Then people lose their lives in the accident, the vehicular homicide.
Yeah, so it was an older gentleman lost his life.
Yeah, that's tough. That's unfortunate, man. But we got to get stuff right, and just because he a big name or something, or in that area or whatever, probably it is also probably because of the nice car, right? Like,
yeah, that plays a part too. That plays a part too. I don't know. I need more info. I need to hear something on the news in regards to all the details on what's actually being said and what's being presented, and go from there. Hopefully they'll have that sooner than later. But again, this sounds like a situation where something probably be swept under the rug and we won't hear about this for months.
Right.
The real story.
Exactly.
The actual real story.
Exactly. You had footage the whole time and you waited so long to release it.
Right.
It's tragic, but of course, our prayers continue to go out to his family, especially in this, from what it's looked like, what it's turning out to be, in which he, it's one thing to commit suicide, another thing to commit suicide all off fallacies, to where you're looking at like, I'm not guilty. You're not guilty. Like, that has to be the worst, to be facing a life-altering situation and knowing that you have no play in this whatsoever. But however, everyone is coming down on you and looking at you like you are the culprit or you are guilty of something.
Responsible.
Yeah, you're responsible, but you know without a doubt that you have nothing to do with. It's not me, and you know, and don't no one but you and God at that point know that you are not guilty, but it's hard to prove, or you have all the evidence. It's rough. So the fall under that pressure and decide to is better. You're better off taking your own life as opposed to letting it play out because it seems like it's dismal. We definitely have to, and that's one thing we have to with our young individuals and stuff like that, because a lot of us grew up a certain type of way that is more conducive to this type of stuff, to where we're able to deal with this. The kids that are coming up now, a lot of them are built for this. This is how life is now, and so you have to continue to be. We have to continue to be people that are able to lead them and give them the proper advice and everything like that, so they understand like the actions that some may take is not the actions in which you need to take, because we definitely grew up in different times.
No doubt.
Facts.
Almost kick off.
The game about to kick off now.
I'm on my way. You know, in my red zone band. 7 seconds. So I greatly appreciate everyone tapping in today. But we said we put a Pinterest in Tampa Bay, San Francisco. I want to hear it next week, or would I could be a person conceding to whatever they have to say come next week. No excuses. CC said no excuses. There would be no excuses. There might be reasons, but there'd be no excuses.
That's what it is. That's what it is. What the hell? Come on, man.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Y'all know.
Really?
Y'all know
really?
Where to catch us next week, same time. Which we'll be talking.
I'll just put that up there for you, bro.
I want to hear that. Before we get off the show, I want to hear that Boomer soon. Oh no, that's not.
You doing a whole lot, CC. You doing a whole lot. You doing a whole lot, CC. Don't worry. Don't worry.
If USC isn't ranked higher than Oklahoma,
why should they be higher? Why?
We beat 15 ranked.
Getting into the rankings.
We beat Michigan too.
We beat 15 ranked Michigan.
We beat Michigan too.
Y'all lost to a rankless Texas,
but we beat Michigan. That was ranked. Your point. How do y'all? I'll absolutely jump over us. We beat Michigan too.
Y'all lost. We lost to a ranked team last week by 3 points. And then, the week before, and then we just beat as an unranked team. We just beat a 15th or 18th ranked Michigan. Y'all lost. Y'all beat a ranked Michigan team, and then y'all lost to a rankless Texas team, and not just a loss. Y'all was annihilated.
We was not annihilated. It was 23-6. 23-6. That's not annihilation. That is not annihilation. Look up the definition of annihilation.
When you're number 6 in the nation, that's annihilation.
That is not annihilation. That is not. That is not.
When you're 6th in the nation, that's annihilation.
Y'all,
Why did the tier come back? Why did the tier come back? Mateer come back.
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know why he came back. I personally don't care for Mateer. Honestly,
you don't?
I don't. Hell no. I do not.
Well, Arnold ain't there. He left.
Jackson Arnold, we took them out too. We took Auburn out too. And you see what he did. He didn't do shit against us either. We took him out too.
In the game, early in the game, I was calling for Arch to be replaced. I was like, who's the backup for Texas?
I seen your post.
He didn't have a great game. He did not have a great game. Y'all defense and John Mateer helped. Texas defense and our John Mateer with them stupid ass turnovers helped you win that game for them, for Texas. 3 turnovers, 3 picks. Come on, bro. You can't win like that.
We gotta get out of here. I know we gotta get out of here, but I am gonna say this about Orange Man. Who does the guy gets sacked on a free play? Who gets sacked on a free play? Who gets sacked on a free play? They were offside. You got a free play. That ball should be thrown downfield. Something should happen. You get sacked on a free play. Yeah, man, you ain't that guy.
Hey, if you let Dan Orlovsky tell it, he gonna be the first pick in the NFL draft for 2027. That's what Dan Orlovsky says.
He got some work to do.
About Manning. So he got a whole year to get it right. He got a whole year to get it right. That's what Danny O said. He gonna be the first. He gonna be first overall pick in the 2027 draft. Not that what I've seen.
Until next week, we'll holler at y'all. Y'all enjoy the game. The game's already kicked off. They already in the windows. Dallas already got the ball. We'll see how it goes. Until then, peace. Enjoy y'all's weekend. We'll holler at y'all.
Cyber 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated. We'll holler. Peace.